Hey guys, I'm back with another tutorial. I'm going to do a full set this time. I just took off all my nails and just filed them down. My tips, filed those down, and then just buffed the shine away on the natural nail and then pulled back any cuticle. Right now I'm going to take my 99% alcohol and just clean the dust away on them. This is also going to help dehydrate them a little bit so you get a nice good surface. Next thing I'm going to do is glue my nail tips on. I am going to be doing a black and pink design, but I'm going to use my clear nail tips just because it's a little more convenient. Now we're just going to take a drop of super glue and put it right inside that tip. Just want a small amount, and make sure you spread it all the way to the edges. You want your edges glued down very well. Alright, so we're putting on our last tip. I went ahead and added a little bit of drop of glue under each nail since I have very flat nails, and these nails are pretty arched. You can see they're very, very round, and so for me I had to add a little bit more to it. So now we're just going to go ahead and file down the sides just to smooth it out a little bit and disconnect your skin from any super glue. And as you're filing down your sides, make sure you really file this smooth right here too, the sides, so you get a really nice smooth line. And then we're going to go ahead and just buff the shine out of all of them. And then if any super glue is on your fingers, buff that shine out a little as well, okay? Alright guys, so I already went ahead and cut them down. Now what I'm just doing is filing the edge, and then just, again, file the sides. And what you're going for when you file the sides, let's see if I can get you zoomed in there. When you're filing the sides, when you get like right there, you have that corner, you don't want that lip to be there because you're going to take a chance of lifting. So what you want to do is just file that down at just the side angle. Avoiding your real nail too, because you don't want to damage your real nail, but you want to smooth that over and then just get all the shine off of the false nail. Alright. Okay, now that my nails are all ready, I'm going to go ahead and just dust them off real quick. And again, I'm just using alcohol. I would be using my nail dusting brush, but it's in the dishwasher right now. Or in the, sorry, not in the dishwasher, in the, it's on the stove drying right now. Alright, so now we got our tips on there. Ideally, you probably want your real nails shorter than what I have it, but for me, I have really short nail beds, so if I were to glue the tip onto my nail bed, there'd be virtually nothing there. It would just be a teeny tiny little nail bed. So normally I would use like freeforms and do my nails, but for the sake of this video, I am using nail tips. So we're going to go ahead and take our little dapping dish. We're going to fill that up. Okay, all set. So what I'm doing today, we're going to do some black nails and some pink nails. It's kind of that, I know other people have done it plenty of times, but kind of like designer type look. So right now I'm going to prep my nails. Make sure you get this on all your nails really good. You could do this before you put your nail tips on as well. I just do my alcohol before my nail tips instead. So you want to go ahead and wait for this to completely dry, which is really only a couple seconds because it just kind of evaporates. It's already drying, you see. And now we're going to go, oh, see that? I nicked myself earlier. We'll ignore that. So we're going to go ahead and let that dry, just about dry. We're going to add our Something Wonderful. I like to use Nail Lights Primer. It's really good. It's one of the only things that will really make sure my nails don't lift. And it's specially designed 4 problem lifters, well, the Omega series is of their powders, and this primer too. And I'm a big problem lifter. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and apply this. Be careful with it that you're not getting your skin or your cuticles, because some people get bad reactions to it. Or if you just have like a little burn or a cut or anything, it will hurt really bad. Alright, so once this is dry, we're going to wait for that to dry, and then we will be putting a second layer of primer on, but not until we're about to put our acrylic actually on, so it's nice and wet when we do it. So I'm going to be using a pink that I made, just a really nice, like really light baby pink, and I love it so much. I think it's beautiful. So we're going to do that on a few of the nails, and then black on the other ones. So when we do the black, you're going to want to do a clear coat first. We'll get to that though. So I like to do a 1, 2, 3 method for getting the perfect saturation of the ball, so it's not too wet and not too dry. So we'll go ahead and start on the thumb. Do the tip first. And make sure you're wiping off your brush after each time you use it, so you're not transferring either acrylic into the, powder into the liquid, as well as you won't ruin your brush. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You can see our ball there is a really nice consistency. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit of a smaller ball this time. And we're going to put that right up at the cuticle, but not touching it. Just get it pretty close to it. And if you do end up getting too close to it, you can always just wipe your cuticle with the brush. Okay, but you want to make sure it's real nice and thin down there, so you don't get any lifting. So now I'm just going to wipe my edges, just in case. Alright, so we have that finished product. Right now I have my tip really thick. I'm going to add a little ball to the center, because I'm going to end up filing down that tip. But I'll add a little ball to the center just to get a little bit more of an apex. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to put that near the center. Alright, now we'll just fan it on out. Wipe my sides, make sure those are all nice and free of acrylic. Get that all nice and good. Alright, so I'm going to do my index finger, my pinky nail, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I got my thumb, my index, and my pinky finger all set up in the pink. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my black, and actually not the black, we're going to go ahead and take clear first, and do a thin layer of clear across the entire nail. The reason you want to do this is because black may stain your nail, and you do not want that, because then if you, say after you have black nails, you may want to switch and go to maybe like a French tip or, you know, any number of things, and that's not going to be a possibility because your nail will be stained. So my black is a little bit of a slow setting black. So for people that are new, it's really good. Like if you're new to doing nails, it's really good for that because, first of all, black's not a forgiving color. If you get this into your cuticle area and you have to wipe it away, you're probably going to see it. So this one's a little slow setting, so you have a little bit more time to work. Alright, so after that, we're going to go ahead and put our clear coat. Like I said, this black does take a little longer to dry than a regular would. So I have to wait a few minutes for this to dry, so I will be back as soon as they are dry. Now that my black is all set and dry, nice and dry, I'm going to go ahead and add my top coat, or I'm sorry, my encapsulation, so the clear, I call it my top coat. Obviously it's not really a top coat, but my clear ball of acrylic that I'm going to be adding. Alright, so go ahead and do this just like you would any other nail. So we're all encapsulated. Those are good to go. So now we're going to go ahead and get to filing. So again, we're going to start with the sides and then wrap around the bottom. Okay, always keeping your file at a slight angle so that you don't get rid of all the hard work you put getting your apex. And then in the front end, you're going to do the same thing. So see how it's kind of at an angle? You're going to do that, and then down here, you're going to have it like that. And then once you get that all filed up, you're just going to go around the nail, okay? Go around the nail. Make sure it's all good. Anything you do to one side, do to the other. Alright, now all you have to do once you're finished filing is add your top coat. And I did a little design right here if you guys are interested in seeing how I do that. Let me know below, but I just use these little guys right here. So now I'm just going to apply my top coat, and I use Nail Light's High Gloss Tackless Sealer. Here we have the finished design. So we got the little studs on this finger. Studs on this finger here. Excuse the redness here. Oh, in my gross finger. Alright. And then on the thumb, we have our little design.